Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed this empty sunroom into a beautiful plant oasis. So this room is not a huge sunroom, but it does have really tall ceilings and it is all south and west facing, which is really good lighting, I think. This room was a really big selling factor for me when it came to the house because I just felt like I wanted a sunroom. That was one of the things that we were really looking for. And this room has the most beautiful terracotta tiles and it has a really big open space above me, and it's already white, so I didn't have to paint it or do anything like that. And it just holds a lot of possibilities for plants and filming and just having a place to go to enjoy my plants and enjoy the weather. So it is I guess 3-season sunroom, I guess it would be considered, because it does not have any air conditioning or heat connected in here, which makes it a little bit more difficult in the winter time and maybe in the summertime. I'm not exactly sure yet because I've only arrived just a few weeks ago. But for the winter time, I have consulted with a lot of people, especially someone at a local nursery here in Missouri, just asking what the risk would be if I wanted to have my plants in here all year round, what with like a space heater or maybe like a radiator or just some way to heat the room itself, because obviously it's not connected to the rest of the house in that way. I could leave the door open in the rest of the house, but that would really invite in a lot of drafts and cold breezes to come in, because obviously this room is not heated, and so it kind of soaks in all of the weather outside of it. And also the windows are a bit older. They're the original windows, which we are looking to replace, but windows are very expensive for finding. So that will happen eventually, but just not right now. So what I have done is I do have a space heater that I'm using in here, and it keeps the room at about 65 to 70 degrees, depending on how high I have it turned up. And it is pretty reliable, honestly. I haven't had any issues with it tipping over or anything like that. It is a newer space heater, so it isn't going to cause any issues. I don't have it on top of a rug. It's just sitting on top of tile away from everything else. So if you are worried about the space heater, I've definitely taken the proper precautions to make sure that it's going to be okay. It was a bit of a challenge to figure out how this is gonna work all year round, but I am very excited to show you guys the process. I mean, you can already see from behind me, it's looking really good. And I love having a place to put all of my plants. So I hope that you'll enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Definitely the most notable part of this entire project is the wall hooks that allowed me to hang the plants up on the wall to look like they are floating. I didn't get a video up close of what they look like, so I'm going to insert a little video that I took for TikTok so that you can see what they look like up close and you can see sort of how they work. But basically you drill in the hook and then the plant will just sit inside. I don't work with drills very often. I'm very new to power tools, so I did get Daniel's help at the beginning of this, and I just thought that this was a really funny moment. I took a bite of his apple and he says here, "Why did you take such a big bite? Every single time you take a bite of my food, you take the biggest bites ever." And then I said, "You always take the littlest bites of your apples and I don't understand why." I just thought this was really funny. I totally forgot that I was recording in this moment, and just thought I'd add that in there. So anyway, back to the video. I decided to oh my gosh, he was recreating my bite there. Anyway, I went around and I found all of the studs in the wall and I drilled the plant hooks into the studs. I wanted to make sure that they were in studs because I don't know how heavy these pots actually get, maybe 5 to 10 pounds at least, and there definitely is a weight limit on these pot hooks. They can take up to a 12-inch pot, but honestly, that seems risky, and when they're suspended from the air like that, it would probably be pretty bad if they fell. So I stuck with putting plants up there that had a pot with the true terracotta lip. Like, I didn't do anything super risky, and I also made sure that all of the pots were under 8 inches because I felt like that was the best risk management that I could have in a moment like this where I'm using this new thing that I have never used before. I will say that I bought them on Amazon. I have not found the same product anywhere else besides Amazon, so if you are not doing the Amazon thing, I will have other options linked down below It will not be the exact product, but it will be something very similar. These ones are very, very discreet. The ones that I got from Amazon, they're very discreet. Other ones aren't as discreet, but if you aren't, like I said, if you're not into Amazon, there are other options. Also, as I'm sitting here talking about this, I realize that I sound really negative about the hooks, but I have had the hooks up there for at least 2 weeks by now, by the time that I'm actually putting this video out, and I haven't had anything even budge. Like, they are very, very secure, and they will keep your plants in place as long as you follow the directions and you use the correct pots. Over here on this wall, I'm wanting to do an entire anthurium wall because it gets a lot of really indirect light, no direct light, but it does get a lot of exposure from the skylights and ambient sun from the south windows. It's probably about 7 feet from a south window, so that's probably going to be the best place for my anthurium. I think that if I want to put up more hooks, I'm going to have to get some anchors just to make sure that they're extra secure in the wall, because like I said, if any of these plants plummeted to their death, it really would be the worst. So you can also see in that corner there's like a little hook that was already here. The previous owner of the house left it, and so it worked out perfectly just to put a 2-tier hanging macrame hanger right there. I honestly thought that I'd be utilizing macrame a lot more in this room, but it turns out that these hooks were a really great alternative, so I'm going to use macrame in other parts of my home. I've had this little wicker shelf for a long time, and I've never really had a super concrete use for it because it is kind of short, but it works out really well to put my cactus things on, my cactus boxes on, which need a lot of help. So I will be revamping those soon. Hopefully all the plants that are in there right now will still be okay by the time I do that, but I thought that I wanted to have them in this window right here, which is a south window, for the ultimate exposure. I have not chatted with my face on this video yet, so I thought that I would say hi and update you about what's going on. I have hung up all of these plants as you saw in the previous clips, and so what I just did right now was I cleaned out the rest of the boxes that were in here. So we have been here for like 3 weeks, I think, and admittedly we did still have some boxes, but it was mostly just like random stuff, and it was all in this room here. So, well, we still have some boxes upstairs, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, so I cleared out all of those boxes, and what I did with a lot of the plant stuff is, and this isn't a permanent solution, I would like to get like a little garden shed that I would put, I don't know, maybe over there. I don't love having it right here, but what I'm doing is I'm using my greenhouse as my little shed area. So it works for now, but like I said, well, actually no, because I think I'm gonna put the garden stuff over there, if you can see. I don't know. Anyway, I want to put the garden stuff over there, like my garden boxes and stuff, so I'll probably end up putting the shed over there. Anyway, not the point. I'm currently using this, and I just have like a bunch of stuff. So there's soil and stuff up here, some pots and random stuff, more pots, and soil additives. So that's what I have right now. I just wanted to move things out of the room so that it wasn't feeling as crowded in there. Man, it looks so beautiful. Look at that. What a dream and a half. That looks so good. But anyway, what I did, I ordered a rug, which should be arriving today, but as you can see, it's getting dark, so I don't know if it will be arriving today. Anyway, I ordered a jute rug that will pretty much cover most of the floor in there, and I was thinking, this wasn't a part of my original plan, but it might be kind of cool to get like a table that I could fold up and tear down. I don't know, because I was thinking it would be really nice to do repotting and stuff in there and like really utilize the space for that kind of stuff, so that that's the only room that I do plant stuff in as far as that goes, because repotting in other parts of the house is just really annoying, and if I have the ability to do it all in one space, that would be really great. That's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, but I need to figure out a table solution that would be kind of minimal, because I don't want to have this like big honkin' table in the middle of the area, because I want it to feel breezy and light. So hopefully it could be something that I can, like, I don't know, put in the shed and bring in when I need to repot, but that's not very convenient. I don't know. Oh, maybe I can store it behind the wicker shelf. Maybe I can do that. Get a folding table and put it behind the wicker shelf. Anyway, that's just a little something that I've been thinking about for the room. But yeah, I'm excited to see what will come of it, and I'm excited that you are along for the journey. I do have some plants in here that will not be staying. For example, this Chinese evergreen, which I feel like is not doing well. It wasn't doing well before we moved, and it's still just struggling. It's just like really floppy no matter what I do, and it doesn't have root rot, but when I did take it out of its old soil, it was like super compacted and bad. It was like one of my first plants, and I had no idea what I was doing. So it just wasn't very healthy down there, and once I pulled it out and repotted it into a smaller pot, it's just been really droopy and soft. So I'm hoping that it makes a turnaround. Like, it still is retaining a lot of leaves, but they're just really soft. And then these Sansevieria will probably go somewhere else as well. Maybe in Daniel's office, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've got a whale fin and then a moonshine back here. This pothos, I'm going to combine with a different pothos that is currently living in our bathroom and is really happy. It's in a north window, but for some reason it's just still hanging on, and I'm pretty happy about that. So it seems to be like it'll be okay in there. So I'm gonna repot them together and then just set it on the toilet. So that'll be that plant. This syngonium, I don't really know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do with a lot of the upright plants. Like that clarinervium, I don't know what to do with it because it's a little bit too heavy to pot and have on the wall. But that would be like super ideal, but it's just way too big. So I think I'm gonna maybe put it on a stand and put it like right here. But yeah, I'm just kind of, I don't know, toying with the idea of putting up more hooks, like maybe one in the center right there and like up there. I don't know, but I don't want them to be too tall to where I can't reach them, because that'll make it really hard on watering day. But I also have another Hoya, my zigzag plant, and then this guy right here that I need to figure out a place for. This needs to just be repotted in general. And then I'm probably gonna hang them like maybe right there and right here. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking as of right now. I was talking about putting a folding table behind this guy, and that shelf is a disaster. I just have a bunch of little plants on it. So yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna keep all of the plants in here that are currently in here because it's too much. Like, I would need more shelves or something. Like, I can't do all of the little hooks because some of the plants just don't have the lip for it. So yeah, that's the update as of right now. Hopefully I get the rug, but I'm thinking it won't be today. But when I get it, I'll show you. I think it's gonna look really good. Okay, so I am updating because I got my rug and I'm so excited. It looks really big, so I hope that it'll be okay. I'm gonna unroll it. I just cleared off the floor again. I don't know how clean it was the last time I filmed in here, but sorry, it's a bit dark, but anyway. This is this current situation. I just put that shelf in there. That was in my old bathroom. I put it in here, and yeah, that's what's going on in here. Wow, it looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to open up this rug and angle you down so that you can see. I said, I think it's in the garage. That would be the process and the tour of my space and how it became this. And I hope that you enjoyed the process. It was so fun putting this all together. I really, really, really enjoy the process of building a room with plants around it and in it, because plants really bring so much life to a space. I mean, this room just feels so warm, and not because I have a space heater in it. It just feels welcoming and sweet, and especially with this rocking chair in here and the rug, it just feels so cozy, and I really never want to leave. I always want to hang out in here. So I hope that you will draw some inspiration from this video. Definitely feel very lucky to have this space, and I'm so thankful to you guys for watching this video and helping it support my channel. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you never miss an upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.